Native Nyla Rose the Beast.
Well, we saw last week on AEW Dynamite.
Bam, bam. Down with the best friend. Bum, 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 bum. Sorry. Thunder, Rosa. Thunder, she's Rosa. Thunder, she's Rosa. Ruby Soho, Soho, Ruby Soho. I know you would love that. I knew you would love that. Ruby Soho. Destination, no, whoa.
Next week, but I don't believe it. See, I don't even have a match tonight, but I'm still working out because I have nothing else to do. What am I gonna do? That's what I do. What am I gonna do? Play the guitar?
You get in that goddamn shower, hit the bar of soap, put a little water on it, and rub it all underneath your armpits, around your balls, and your fucking asshole, would you smelly prick? Here's a tube of toothpaste. What you do is you pour some of this out on a little toothbrush and you scrub them fucking gimmicks in your mouth. They're called teeth. Get all that yellow shit off of them. Your breath don't smell like a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Deodorant. It's a miracle worker. You put it under your fucking armpits. You get me? You fucking Viking? Last but not least, your old trusty hairbrush. This thing does a goddamn wonders if you got some fucking hair. I ain't got no fucking hair.
From Montreal to Memphis, parlez-vous français? Tell all the girls the Rouges are on their way. They don't like heavy metal, they don't like rock and roll, but all they like to listen to is Barry Manilow. They're all American boys, all American boys, all American boys. They're all American boys.
What up, chat?
Yeah, had some technical errors earlier, but it's all good. But anyways, that it wouldn't be pinned down if we didn't fuck up once in a while. So there's
a real retarded up in here, like I put in
real
the chat.
retarded. But Trey, I think before we get started, do you want to give your review of Revolution since you actually got the show?
Yeah. This is the first streaming I get to talk about it.
Yeah.
I will say this. Y'all know I'm probably the more negative of the three of us on AEW generally. I'll be honest, this show was not bad, but you had like a million kickouts. It was cool seeing some of the moves like in real time. I will say that. And I will say, as much as whatever I think of Edge now, hearing Metalingus live hits different. Not gonna lie, it does. Like when that music kicked in, I did pop like a little kid. I'm not gonna lie. But outside of that, seeing Rhonda, who I thought it was Britt Baker at first when she got in the ring, because Britt Baker has like a similar kind of red and white jacket, right? So I was like, oh, is that Britt Baker? They finally freed her from Contam. No, that was Rhonda. And then I put it in the Discord because that was my actual reaction. Why the fuck is Rhonda here? Like, why are you here? What are you doing here?
Yeah.
What else? Takeshita and Mox went on way too long. I like the ending of it, minus the whole flip-flopping Mox from face and heel. It's like the company doesn't even know, is he a face or a heel?
Nah, I'm just a badass. There is no heroes or babyface when I'm around. I'm John Moxley. Yeah.
Because even when he did his entrance, he was playing to the crowd. So I'm like, motherfucker, which are you?
Yeah.
And same with Takeshi, because you unless before you told me, I assumed he left the Callis family finally. No.
Yeah.
No, he's still in it, apparently.
Yeah, he's still in it, but yeah, I don't know. It's Tony and his booking. He does shit booking, so there's always that with Tony. So it is what it is. But I think before we get started, let's see who we got in chat. We got Gravy D. What up, Gravy?
What
We got
up,
Mara
Gravy?
here. We got
Hey,
P
Mara.
Dub. So thanks for all being here. So we're gonna get started because there's a lot to cover, and especially on my AEW. Let's just address the elephant in the room. Let's just address a sack of shit called Ricochet. Let's just get into it. Oh, this tweet and everything else in between has not looked good for anybody, especially for
No.
Ricochet and AEW, because this is really fucking bad.
Yeah,
Coming up
this
from
is
a
not
show
a
that
good
was,
look. Yeah, that was
especially coming up from
decent.
a show that people were
Yeah.
actually liking in general, then he does this shit on Twitter. So Trey, do you
Yep.
want to read the tweet for everybody real quick?
Yes. So Sandy T, his acting hasn't improved, which it hasn't. Because even when I was watching him live, his acting was awful. And his response, I'm glad you got MS. Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause that's what, the great heels like Triple H, Ric Flair, Edge, Roddy Piper, they all had. Notice none of them did that, by the way.
Well, what he
I've
thinks
never.
he's doing is he thinks he's being the heel. He thinks he's being revolutionary, saying no pun intended, by the way, for the pay-per-view, but still though, he thinks that what he's doing is revolutionary. He's like, yeah, I'm getting good, heel heat. Yeah, I'm glad you got MS. I'm glad you have AIDS. It's like, the fuck are you talking about,
Yeah,
dude?
what kind of shit is that? It's like saying, I'm glad you got cancer. It's like,
Yeah,
that is the cheapest form of heel heat there is. That's like if a white wrestler just drops the hard R. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like,
Well, again, like you go back, look in the early days. You never saw anyone like Piper or like whoever say, "Yeah, well, I'm glad you got cancer. I'm glad you got MS. I'm glad you have whatever said disease." Right? Even
no,
Piper didn't say that shit because Piper
dude.
actually knew what he was doing. But
Triple
still,
H said some crazy shit. He didn't even say that. Yeah,
yeah,
Ricochet. I've been calling him that for a long time.
yeah. It's
Probably.
just it's an embarrassing thing, and if I was Tony, I would have. Honestly, if I ran this company, he would have been fined, suspended, and then fired.
Yep, all three.
Because you're fucking retarded. We had a successful pay-per-view, our first $1 million gate we've had in a while. And here you are on Twitter doing this bullshit because you're a thin-skinned little man from Paducah.
Because somebody
Fuck
said you can't act.
Yeah. And
wow.
Then we got this too right here. Let me share my screen.
You remember that Edge promo where he said told somebody to get cancer? Because I don't.
No, I don't remember that at all. But here's this is what was reported by Dave Meltzer. So Trey, do you want to read that for the chat?
Yes. Regarding the controversy around Ricochet, he eventually was called by a longtime friend who advised him to delete the tweet. He said he had great respect for that person, a former wrestler who he worked with when both were independent stars traveling the world, and deleted it. He then made the decision to write an apology, which was not forced on him, nor, according to those with knowledge on the subject, had anyone from AEW contacted him about it. God, this company is shit. None of them said anything? Like, what?
Now, the first report that I saw when it happened it happened on Sunday night. So I think it was reported like around Sunday night, Monday afternoon, whatever the case was.
Yeah,
Someone said AEW officials told him to take it down. Now, I assume since Dave wants to, put in in riddles and shit, a longtime friend, I'm pretty sure it was probably Chuck Taylor because Chuck Taylor is retired now due to his neck.
Yeah.
And he is an official / friend in AEW. So it wouldn't surprise me on there. But still, though, this whole thing has just been retarded. And especially since if the officials from AEW and Tony didn't tell him, take the fucking tweet down.
Oh,
apologize.
There's another part. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the other part of this. Wrestling media covering it up. Your Saps, your Meltzers, all these people.
We'll get into Sean Ross Sapp in a minute.
But yeah, it's just I don't know, man. Ricochet has been on thin ice for a while now. I mean, his antics on Twitter just don't work. It's not he's not Drew McIntyre, who I think is probably the best who I've seen do the whole like social media thing, right, with their character.
Yeah.
And
well, even like well, just piggyback what you're saying real quick, Trey. Like even the AEW fans, the diehards, and the people that actually want to Ricochet, it's like, oh, he's gonna be a game changer. Even they're saying the same shit. It's like,
no,
wow.
yeah, they turned on him, dude.
Yeah, it's like, wow, he really is just like he's a mid guy. Like honestly, like I liked him in NXT. I thought he was gonna be like the next big thing.
Dude,
it's just like
this is the guy who got owned by Trick and Mello, who were NXT Trick and Mello, mind you, not even current Trick and Mello.
Yeah,
on the mic. He got clowned on by Mello, who's not even the best dude on the mic.
No.
Well, and then obviously the McIntyre one. The McIntyre one. Yes.
I didn't come here to talk. Then shut up.
Shut up.
Just totally ended his fucking ass that night.
Apparently, I saw somewhere that someone said that Ricochet actually cried about that segment in real life.
Yeah, he did.
After the show.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it was allegedly he went to go cry and told Drew McIntyre's like, I can't talk. You just killed me out there. It's like, that's not his fault.
That's not his fault. Step up. Yeah, step up, bitch. That's how the business works. What are we talking about?
Step up. You want to tell everyone how you're the next Rock? Well, guess what? You have less charisma and fucking talking ability. So good luck on that one, buddy.
You got Javon Evans is the better Ricochet.
Ricochet is just a boring, bland guy. Yes, he can do all the fancy, splashy moves and the flashy moves, right? He can do all that stuff. But as a character, he's just generic fucking... He's just vanilla.
Small guy. He's vanilla small guy. He's you know what, Tyler? You know what he is? He's flippy Dean Malenko.
I don't know about that. Dean Malenko would actually fucking work, but
no, I mean character-wise.
Yeah, but it's just like
they both have that problem of we're good in the ring, but that's it. There's nothing to them. You know, Lance Storm. You can kind of throw Lance Storm in there. He's a flippy Lance Storm. Like. It's sad, dude. It's like this dude. If he had stayed in WWE, I feel like Triple H would keep him in check.
But I don't know. I think he would be putting people over like he was before he left. Like,
and that's where he belongs. If you ask.
Yeah, like the thing is to me, it's like I said before. Like when Ricochet came up, when he was in NXT, big fan of the guy. Really was. Thought he was really good. Went to the main roster, everything changed. It was just not good. Especially his booking too. His booking was not good as well.
You know what? My favorite Ricochet moment is
when he got F5 by Brock Lesnar.
When Brock Lesnar just bitched him out. Yep. No offense at all. He got no offense in.
But again, he thinks like Ricochet thinks that he's doing something revolutionary. He thinks he's this good. He thinks that like whatever character he's doing on TV is great, and it's not. It's just he's a bland dude. They put him in the two other Tungans on there to make him appealing. It was just like no
wannabe bloodline. It's wannabe bloodline.
No one cares about the guy. And the people that like Rick, and we'll get to one of his fans in a second, Sean Ross Sapp. But it's just I don't know, dude. It's just to me, Tony needed to step up as a boss and as a fucking man and say, nah, take the fucking tweet down, apologize, you're fined, and you're suspended, and you'd be lucky if I don't fire your fucking ass.
Yeah, like that's the problem. Tony's too much of a bitch. This is why he's not a good boss. No. Vince, whatever you think of Vince, Triple H, I'm gonna throw Bischoff in here. I don't think none of those three guys would have let that shit slide. They would have like handled it like actual bosses. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
And no, I agree. Tony, it's like he lets the inmates run the asylum. It's WCW all over again, but worse.
Well, the thing was with Tony, he doesn't want to be he doesn't want to be anyone's enemy. He wants everyone to be, he wants to be everyone's buddy. Like,
yeah, because he's honestly, a dad who's like trying to be friends with his kids instead of disciplining them, right? You know, he is that.
A very autistic cokehead dad.
Yes.
Just wants to be cool with the kids. Greetings, fellow youth. Like,
yeah, he wants to be cool with everybody. It's like, Tony, I'm not saying you need to be a full-on asshole like Vince, but there's a reason why sometimes that shit works. I'm just gonna say it.
Regardless of what you say about Vince, Vince was probably an asshole to a lot of people, but guess what? His fucking company ran smoothly.
He got shit done. He would not have let this shit flow. No. He didn't care about being popular.
The only person he'd probably worry about ruffling their feathers was probably Sean.
Sean,
besides,
that's about it.
yeah.
Maybe not even Austin, because we saw that happen. We saw that
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. Who knows? Was Vince probably fucking Sean? I don't know. Probably.
But
I
like,
put nothing past anybody.
but there's a reason. Like even Triple H would not have let something like that slide. He'd handle it like a boss.
Well, again, look how he handled the whole CM Punk and the Young Bucks situation in the Elite.
Yeah,
and the Jack Perry shit. He fired the actual guy who was drawing the money and freaking kept the guy who couldn't draw flies of shit. Which, by the way, won their fucking belt and beat Ricochet in that battle royal. That's why he was
and
doing.
The crowd did not really give a
shit.
fuck either. The crowd didn't care. They did not care really.
Jungle Jack's over there saying, "I won this for my dad." All right, cool. Your dad's been gone from us. Whatever. Like, sorry that your dad died, but fuck. Come on. No one gave a fuck. No one gives a fuck about that little fucking weasel, anyways. Jack Perry. No one fucking cares about that kid. Fucking bland too. Anyways, speaking about another fucking bland person, let's talk and another fellow alleged cokehead. Let's talk about Sean Ross Sapp.
Sapp. Motherfucker blocked me this week.
That is true, chat. Trey did get blocked by him on Twitter a couple days ago, so there is that.
Yeah.
Now, this tweet was disgusting. So this guy...
Yeah, this is fucked up. Yeah.
So he's replying to a guy. I don't have the whole tweet here, but you can see it right here. This guy who made the tweet said, "As a fellow person who has a wife who has MS, I find this to be appalling." And this is what Sean Ross Sapp replied to the guy and said this to him. Trey, do you want to read that for the chat?
Yes. "I feel bad that your wife suffers from MS. I do not feel bad that I treated you with skepticism after saying shit about me. I feel less bad about questioning your sincerity after seeing your engagement farm and avoid any direct conversation after acting like you welcomed it publicly." God, go fuck yourself, sappy fucking hog-nosed fuck.
Yeah. So he told her, so the guy like said that, and he's like, "You've never said this on Twitter. Like, it's anyone's fucking business that your wife has MS.
No.
You put it on fucking Twitter.
Why would you put that on Twitter? Yeah. No.
Yeah, like, what the fuck comment is that? And second of all, Sean is just look, does he get stuff right sometimes? Yeah. He probably gets more stuff right than Dave. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he didn't say Backlash in Tokyo Dome.
No, but he is soft. Sean Ross Sapp is very soft. He's from Kentucky. I don't know what part from Kentucky he lives in, but he's definitely from Kentucky.
All I told him was, because he was commenting about the whole thing, and I just commented, if this was Logan Paul who said this shit, even if you're on vacation, you would have had the article out. You lying sack of shit.
And well, he told everyone before, he's like, well, we don't have no bias in AEW. Because like we've been to WWE and we've been to AEW too, so there's no bias. Like there was a video online. He's like, we're not a biased company. Look what we got. We got like a letter from Nick Khan congratulating Fightful and the whole Fightful crew. And it's like Nick, Nick, Paul, which is Triple H, and some other guys, some other executives. Almost like,
yeah.
He's like, look at this. Like, Triple H knows who I am. Like, you really think Triple H fucking signed this shit?
No,
are you
yeah. It's probably a stamp, you fuck.
It's not even that. It wasn't even a stamp. I bet it was a thing that friggin' some secretary, Nick Khan told the secretary, hey, X, Y, and Z, and then put all our names on there to make it seem like, make it seem like we all wrote this out together. And it's like, hey, congratulations. Keep up the good work. No one gives a Triple H doesn't give a fuck about the dirt sheets. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on.
No.
Come on. And then you got Dave here, and this happened an hour ago. Trey just brought this to my attention, so we're going to share this too. Oh, boy.
Good old Dave. Good old goblin fuck.
Good old Uncle Dave.
Yeah.
Let me get it pulled up real quick.
Yeah, dude. The way the wrestling media has handled this whole thing, because a lot of these fucks only talked about the apology from Ricochet, not the actual moment it happened. But I've just been stuck on, if Logan Paul had said the whole MS line, you know how many articles there would be? Yeah. If someone from WWE in general said that?
Sure.
It'd be, fed bad, fed bad, fed bad.
And to me, it's not one of those things like, "Whoa," it's like, only the AEW said. No, that goes for anybody. If anyone fucking does that shit,
Yeah.
indie, whatever promotion you work for, it's ridiculous, and it never should happen.
No.
Like, it's just ridiculous. It's not good heel heat, whatever you want to call it. It's not.
I know we're harping on this, but none of the greats had to say shit like that. And Triple H said some wild shit too, and he's never said anything like that.
Yeah, so we're gonna play this. So this is Dave and this
old
guy
Dave.
right here talking about how there's tribalism in wrestling, which is some point true to an existence. Now, to me, I think it's if you like whatever company you like, but if you like all forms of wrestling, then good on you. Like, I don't have a fucking problem with that. So, like, Dave doubling down what he says in the video here, it's just God. Dave Meltzer with his terrible bad takes. Anyways, let's just play it.
If you read what I wrote, then you have the right to comment on it and say I'm too easy or say I'm too hard, all you want. If you didn't read what I wrote, or
it's a game. It's a game to those guys, though. The people who are on Twitter all day long, that is like their playground. That's like enjoyment for them. It's let's see how many people we can upset and frustrate, and let's target. Like, it's not real life to them.
No,
but that's why I was saying for Ricochet, this is his real life, even though he is playing his character. But as we can tell, his wife is an innocent bystander in this whole thing.
Absolutely.
And so it's real life, even though he's playing a character. To these people who are
okay, hold on. Let's just address that for a minute because we forgot to do that.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that part.
When Ricochet made this comment, Samantha Irvin, which is his real life wife, sent screenshots and stuff like that saying that she had death threats on her Instagram. People said they're going to come and get her and stuff like that. So that's as far as we can go on. But she's got nothing to do with it. I think that's taking it away too fucking
That's
extreme.
dumb. But conspiracy, real quick. I'm getting tired of this culture of when someone's getting heat, they always resort to with death threats. I'm kind of getting.
Well, she delivered screenshots, so she
had screenshots.
Yeah,
she's
got screenshots. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wrong. I hate we have to address this because to me, this just comes off as like we're deflecting off Ricochet. You know what I mean?
Again, for all the people who don't like Ricochet, go in the same boat as those people wishing death and saying they're going to delete his wife from the existence. And that's what I'm saying. That's what us fans who don't like Ricochet, we're putting in that same corner as him. And we're not. Like I said, I don't give a fuck what Ricochet does. I don't care what he does, who he talks to, whatever. I don't wish death on the guy, nothing like that.
No.
So to me, I think it's just extreme. I hate the Young Bucks. I don't even wish that on them, right?
Yeah.
So like I said, though, it's just those type of fans. There's always going to be those type of weirdos and type of fan base, like, that do that shit. It's an every fan base.
Public figure.
Yeah, like how many times have we seen? I don't want to go on like that rant because we can say that for our own our movie channel. But anyways, like how many times have we seen like celebrities like from what's that show? Kenobi, right? We had
Kenobi. Moses Ingram. Yeah.
She said, "Yo, I'm getting called racist and stuff like that," and she didn't, she didn't show any receipts. She just it was always said, "Oh, well, people hate hate me, blah blah." And at least Samantha Irvin was able to give context and actually show evidence of what's going on with her.
Yeah.
But let's continue what Dave has to say.
Yeah, let's hear.
Responding, it isn't real life to them.
The people who amplified it and engaged it, in fact, it is their real life because they are consumed. Those people are consumed with the failure of AEW.
You remember Mick Foley's book, The Real Life is Faker Than Pro Wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
To those folks, they don't take it that seriously. They're looking to
they do
upset the apple cart.
No, if you know those people, they take it more seriously than anyone. They're I'm not saying all of them, but the ones that I noticed, I mean, they take it ridiculously seriously. I can tell you because many of them contact me and they're Looney Tunes, I mean, not just on Twitter. I mean, like in real life. I mean, they're just some people, I mean, it just really broke their brains that this company exists. And because I didn't tell everyone like other people, that it's going to fail and the leader's an idiot and blah blah blah. It's like somehow that makes me biased in favor of them, and it's like they don't understand that in fact the unbiased person is the one who gives you the numbers, tells you what it is, tells you what it means, and tells you, is it good, is it bad? Like,
hold on. No,
This
Dave, because you only show AEW. Okay, hold on. When something is said good, the WWE says, hey, we're sold out. You are the first person that says no, they're actually not. Then you told us with the whole Wembley thing, how AEW was selling out tickets the first week for Wembley. That came out to be a lie. That was false. And then you wait for Powerhouse Hobbs to come to WWE, then tell everybody he's actually older than what he said he was.
Oh, Tyler, remember LA Knight versus Brock Lesnar? Remember that report?
Yep.
Oh, who's Brock Lesnar facing now? Oh,
yep.
The other report. Oh, Drew's gonna go film a movie. Wins WWE Championship 2 months later.
Yep.
Dave, batting like 0 out of 100. You fucking.
He's about batting like 0.50 right now. Like that's what Dave's batting right now. It's just like look
and the fact he tries to say he's not biased, it's like, bro, you are lying through your teeth.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. Well, let's continue that real quick. Hold on. Let's continue the video. We only got like a few more seconds.
Legit, and looks at the thing, the paths to profitability, the ups and the downs and things like that. And it's like the last thing they are so afraid of, they are so afraid of facts. It is scary.
Scared of facts, says the guy who lied about LA Knight and Brock, and you're trying to like dip out of that now.
Yeah, and he also, so what he's saying in the video too, he's like, people that don't want they don't want AEW to exist because it broke them. Okay, okay, there probably are people like that, but it's just like,
how big of a percentage though? Like,
yeah, but here. But here's the thing though, it's been like this for the dawn of time for wrestling. Look at the 90s. Either
TNA.
You were either WCW or you were WWF, WWE.
Hell, 2010s. There was the not to the same level, but like the TNA WWE stuff. Yeah. Dude, remember the TNA fan base used to be like I guess you could say the current AEW fans.
Yeah.
Remember those days?
Yep.
But
Dave's over here saying no, they don't like the numbers. Well, if we don't like the numbers, how come you always sugarcoat the numbers for AEW?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to me, but
how come you don't mention that majority of the time that a Monday Night Raw has more people than an average all-in show, even one of their big Wembley shows?
Because
remember anything about
that streak? Remember that streak the WWE was on, like, how many weeks it was like consecutively sold out for like for the TVs, and Dave was like saying, "Well, I don't think it's right. I think the numbers are wrong." Well, you're saying that those numbers are wrong, but that was
but you say he said like, "Oh, they don't like facts," says the guy who doesn't like the facts.
Yeah,
like Dave batting 0 out of 100, like literally. If you guys remember, he said Drew was going to go film a movie. Week later, he's in War Games.
Yep.
And then after that, wins the WWE Championship.
I'm telling you, Mara, he looks like the freaking creature from Labyrinth. I'm telling you, he looks like the creature from Labyrinth. I'm
That's why I call him a goblin. He's like an actual goblin. He just needs to be painted green. It's like,
yeah.
Like I've never liked this dude. He's worse than Sap. All these people.
I wish someone could make an edit of him as Willem Dafoe as the goblin talking the Dave.
You know how much I sacrificed?
How much I sacrificed?
Yeah, dude. Like all these people covering for Ricochet, man. It's like
it's sickening. And if people stick up for this bullshit, you're the fucking problem.
And the fact that I saw somebody this week, it's like the Trump stuff. Not trying to make it political, but like say, oh, it's like when Trump says fake news. Are we really acting like the media hasn't lied? And you're telling me wrestling media that doesn't lie?
Yeah, I don't care what media. I don't care what media you work for. It's all a bunch of bullshit.
When the face of wrestling media is Dave Meltzer. You're telling me we don't have lying in the wrestling media? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
When the
Well,
face of it is a liar. But anyway,
let's talk about someone else who is not really used to a sacrifice, because I think this whole thing's a shit show too. Let's talk about Ted DiBiase Jr. getting acquitted of all charges of
yeah,
allegedly stealing from the welfare system in Mississippi and buying homes and yachts and etc. And he got acquitted of all this stuff, even though his business partner filed guilty or pleaded guilty in his court case.
yeah,
But Ted's like, no, I had nothing to do with it. This whole story is fucked from top to finish.
yeah. It's not good at all. It's bad.
Now this is just allegedly, so let's just say that now. Allegedly, this happened. I'm leaning towards it really did happen, and someone might have bribed allegedly the jury. That would not have surprised me in this whole matter.
That's probably what happened. Yeah,
Because how long has this thing gone on for? Like 4 to 5 years, right? Because this
Yeah,
happened
it was
like during
years.
after COVID, I believe, right?
Yep, it was like 2020, 2021, around that time.
So it's
Yeah.
been a minute.
So yeah, he definitely. I think he smoothed things over with the juror or even with the judge. I don't know if it goes that far. Obviously, this is all alleged. I want to preface this chat. We're not saying this definitively. This is just we'll just say speculation.
We're just two retards commentating on this. So
yeah.
No,
like, we don't. Unlike the IWC, I'm not gonna act like we know the law. You know.
Yeah. So like I said, I don't know if this will I don't know if this opens up the door for him to come back to WWE to do some with the
I
whole,
hope not.
Randy thing.
I hope not.
I don't think they will. I think he's past that. I think Ted Jr.'s done.
He doesn't even look good. He doesn't even look good. If you see him, like, look at him in that picture.
He looks terrible. He looks terrible. And I looked it up online. He's only 43 years old, and he looks like he's about 60.
God. Yeah, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, so
remember there was a point we thought he was gonna be the guy and not Cody. You go back to 2009, 2010, people thought it was gonna be Ted.
They tried their damnedest with Ted Jr.
Gave him $1 million championship.
Dad. Yeah, they gave him the $1 million championship. They gave him Maurice as a manager.
Yep.
They did everything.
They let him keep the Epic Legacy theme.
Yep. Remember the story that Cody tells? It was like 6-man tag match on SmackDown, and like Ted forgot to kick out in the match in like 2 seconds after the fact the bell rung or whatever.
Yeah.
And he came back and he's like, everyone's just like all embarrassed what happened. And all of a sudden, Ted came back and he's like, where's that referee? That referee tried to fuck on me.
Yeah, I remember that part. Fuck on me.
Yeah. I think isn't that a line from The Hangover? I think.
Yeah.
I thought so, but it's just like, yeah, he's like telling that. He's like, I'll store that. He's like, we're all at Gorilla. Vince is there fuming. He's pissed. He's standing up. And all of a sudden he said, there's like, where's that referee? He tried to fuck on me. And Vince just looked and just like sat back down in his chair. It was like, the fuck did he just say? But yeah, so Ted, like I said, Ted's acquitted all charges. So there's that one. But someone, Trey, who should have charges for just when they talk and they just run their mouth and shit, they'd have no credence to what they say at all.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Bellas.
The Bella twins. Yeah, good old Bella twins.
Oh God, this freaking post, man. Good Lord.
These bitches.
Yeah. Yeah, so go ahead if you want to, Trey. Read this for the chat, because this is this is pretty rich for me.
Okay. For me, I don't think you, Bree, and I will ever get that last retirement moment that John Cena got and AJ Styles got. Let's be honest, the men get, right? I don't think you and I will ever get that, but I would love to have that because I do know that the contract we signed a 2-year deal starting Royal Rumble, and for you and I, the talks we've had and what I know, just where I'm at, that's it. That'll be the end for me. And officially, I'd love to put my kicks, my snapback, my jersey right in the middle of that ring, and just give that final bow. So I don't know if we'll ever get that. I want to have some of my best matches. All right, I gotta keep it straight. Sorry.
We gotta get
Oh my god.
Keep it
I
together.
want to have some of my best matches. I want to have a lot of fun, but I want to have that iconic moment where I could look back and go, "Damn, that was great 2 years. We did it." I don't want to walk away with any what ifs. If I only did, I don't want any of that. I want to look back at the past 2 years that we're about to create and be like, "Damn, girl, we did it."
No, you
Did a
gotta do
lot of shit.
you got now, Trey. You gotta do with the whole like snap the fingers, like, "Damn, girl, we did it.
Damn, we did it, girl.
We did it, queen." Yeah.
Some of the best matches. I can't.
I think so. I'm not sure. Not sure. But here's my thing about this whole thing made me just bust out laughing when I read this shit. You and your sister have retired 2 or 3 times that I can remember.
The match with Ronda was supposed to be your last one. Then that wasn't.
Yeah.
And then you came.
Like, someone please tell me what a good Nikki Bella match is that's memorable. Like, I can't think of any.
Name me one.
I guess maybe that feud she had against Carmella. That's the only I can think of. Like, honestly,
but those matches you rewatched though?
No, I've not seen them since it actually happened. So no.
That's what I mean. Like,
yeah, it's like this comment to me was so asinine, dude. Like,
the fact you dare compare yourself to John Cena and AJ, bitch. And they're trying to make it a gender thing when. When Charlotte retires, she's going to get a retirement match. Are we forgetting Trish had a retirement match?
Yeah.
And they gave Lita a real retirement match,
Well, I think Lita was more of a white. Like, I know a lot of people had a problem with Lita when she retired. Because, like, when she retired, because she was the heel at the time. And, like, she
was a heel. Yeah.
Time raided her fucking locker and they took her panties and some on the crowd. Then they had, like, jokes like she had, like, a vibrator or a dildo, whatever. And they're like, they're selling in the crowd, trying to embarrass her on her way out. Which, if you're a heel, you're going to get that. And like I said, I know a lot of people had that problem. But again, though, you and your sister have retired more times than I can think. And now you're
getting on Ric Flair. Yeah, this is like the Ric Flair level of retirement. Like, how many times have we told Ric Flair to retire?
Yeah.
It's dumb. And Rhea, if she ever retires, she's going to get a retirement match. So is Bianca. So
and plus we know why we know why Rick had to come back because it's not a secret. He said it multiple times, so I'm not just making up bullshit. Rick said multiple times, he's like, "Hey, I ran out of money. I was going through a divorce and I wanted to get back in wrestling, and TNA was an option for me, and I wanted to get back. So that's why he did what he did with the whole TNA thing for the money because of his divorce. So
and we know that's why Nikki's back.
Yeah, and
she has to pay child support.
Yeah, she got to pay child support or alimony, whatever the case may be. That's what she's got to do, and that's the only reason why she came back because not even a couple years ago. Remember when she did the whole me and Brie are kind of mad because we can't trademark the Bella Twins name because WWE trademarked it. I'm like, well, that's your fault. You should have fought for the trademark before you left. Like, what are you talking about?
That's your fault, bitch. And
it's like
let's talk about the matches she's had since coming back. That awful match with Becky at Clash at Paris. Oh my God. That was when you got something that's possibly worse than Tiffany and Charlotte from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, 2 contenders because that match with Stephanie too at not SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Oh my God.
Yeah, that match too. Yeah, like the only match she was actually tolerable was that triple threat she had against Stephanie and Raquel.
And that was more because Stephanie and Raquel were good.
Yep.
And I guess that 5-on-5 where it was her and she was teaming with Rhea, Io against Chelsea and the Secret Herbalist.
Oh, when she got her titty popped.
Yeah, and that was because it was a 5-on-5 and there was other actual
because people were actually able to carry the match for her because, like I said, she's not good. Like, regardless what you think of her back in the past, she was decent. Like, she was better than Brie. Right.
Yeah, she was way better than Brie. Yeah,
but still, though, it's just you're not some trail. They always say crib how weird the trendsetters of of the women's revolution. I was like, no, you guys were just fucking there.
It was done in spite of the Bellas, I'd argue.
Yeah, because it wasn't good. Like they were not good. Sorry. Like if Gail Kim, like honestly, if a Gail Kim was still there, yeah, I put her up there.
Mickey
So,
James,
yeah, people like that.
Victoria, if she could still go, yeah, Victoria, like yeah, dude.
And this is like Brie Bella too. She's all on there saying, in the past, nobody watched the show. I watched it because I wanted to see what they were gonna like spin. But like, remember that A&E show they had, like the rival show?
Yeah.
And we're talking about her and Stephanie's feud. Hand to God, Brie Bella told everyone that her feud with Stephanie McMahon was the greatest story that WWE has ever told, and it was the greatest feud of all time. I'm just like, you gotta be shitting me.
Not Rock Austin, not
even, not even Hogan and Macho Man, not even Hogan and Macho Man with the Mega Powers imploding. No, not even that. No,
not Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Yeah,
Brie Bella and Stephanie McMahon were the best feud ever made.
It's not even the best women's feud.
No. That's when you know that you are too high on your own fart.
Not Trish and Lita. If you want to name a good women's feud, Trish and Lita.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if we're gonna include the men, there's so many feuds. Anyway.
But going back to the retirement tour, it's like you retired in sports, right? And I know a lot of people don't watch sports in here, but I'm just gonna put this analogy. It's like Michael Jordan saying he's gonna retire with the Bulls, but he's gonna do a tour. He's gonna play one more season and go, for a goodbye tour. Then all of a sudden, I changed my mind. I want to do another retirement tour.
Yeah.
What? No, we don't get to do this twice in one lifetime. It's one and done there, pal.
Yeah, because I remember that match with Ronda, was it Evolution back in 2018? That was supposed to be their last match.
Yeah. I wish it was. I wish it was
their last match. It should have been. And I think we forgot to mention Nikki's gonna be in some fucking Hallmark movie.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, that's thank God I don't watch Hallmark. So thank you God for that. Oh geez, Pete's. But yeah, again, the Bellas. Yeah, good luck with your run. I don't fucking care. Sorry that you're not gonna get your retirement tour like you think you deserve. I really don't give a fuck.
None of us do.
But let's talk about this too, Trey, because this came up in the news a couple days ago about Tony Khan. Apparently that Tony, which is not a surprise to me because I knew about this when it happened. When WWE went for sale, apparently Tony Khan placed a bid in 2023 to acquire the WWE. Yep. I don't think this is a big fucking shock like people thought it was.
No, it wasn't. We kind of figured. And remember though, monopoly is all of a sudden good because these same people, if it was Triple H trying to buy AEW, it would be an issue. Remember? You know that?
Yep. And just think about this for a minute. Tony acquired Ring of Honor, and we see how that's going. Imagine if Tony was actually successful to buy the WWE.
Oh God, WWE.
Regardless of what we feel about the product right now, like the build up to WrestleMania and some really questionable stuff going on right now. Could you imagine Tony trying to book for all the shows? AEW,
oh God, it would be
WWE at the same time.
Ring of Honor and Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Oh God, that would be atrocious.
Talk about a nightmare, dude. Talk about a nightmare scenario.
You want 20-minute fucking false finish matches and fucking death matches every 2 weeks.
Like the way they have Danhausen right now on TV. Imagine like Tony like saying, you know what? We're gonna make him WWE champion.
He would do that. He would do that.
He would, yeah.
He would make like Maxine women's champion.
Yeah, and Orange Cassidy would probably be either WWE or world champion too.
Oh yeah, he'd be the world heavyweight champion. Yeah.
Yeah, like good God, can you imagine that crap, man? Oh jeez. But let's talk about something else too. Let's talk about someone else in the AEW related. Let's talk about Hangman Page. Apparently, all Hangman's gone. He's gonna be gone for quite a while.
God. Why does AEW always do this? They come off a pay-per-view and one of their big talents are just gone.
Honestly, Trey, I'm kind of glad he's gone.
I'm happy, but it's so confusing. It's like Who's
Well, yeah,
I guess?
it's like Tony Storm. You know, allegedly Tony Storm's going to be out for the rest of
Yeah,
2026.
yeah,
But
she's gone.
yeah, so this is a great time for Hangman Page to leave the company. You know, take a break. You know, I guess he's got to go get his cheeks sewn up from that freaking syringe spot he did with MJF at the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Who knows? Like I said, this guy's a ratings killer anyways. I don't really think this is a big blow to the company or the
no
men's roster. You know,
blow that it's already happened. There's already a bunch of blows to the company anyway. So
yeah, like not that big of a fucking deal, I don't think. But I could be wrong. I've been known to do that at time to time. But like, yeah, like I don't know. Like, does anyone really like for the example from the clip I saw? I don't really think people give a shit about Hangman anyways, because when he was in LA, when his like good, bad, and the ugly theme came on and it stopped, no one gave a fuck what he did
yeah,
with MJF at all. The people were more excited to see MJF than they were him. And he's
yeah,
supposed to be the fucking babyface.
yeah. That's not good.
Oh, good God. But let's talk about this. We only got a couple more stories and we're gonna wrap up for the day, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about Dean Malenko's daughter. Talking about women. Apparently, she signed a deal with the WWE. You want to read that for the chat, Trey?
Sources indicate that Marie Malenko, daughter of Dean Malenko, has signed with WWE. She took part in a tryout for the WWE last month in Orlando. So this is also the same tryout that had Nikki Blackheart, who's also rumored to be signed right now.
Yeah.
So
I've
seen some clips of her.
Go ahead.
I've seen clips of her. She looks all right. Like she does the clover leaf pretty well.
Yeah.
I hope she has more character than her dad. I think that's the big thing.
Yeah. Well, well, right now her dad's working on AEW right now. He's one of the officials there. So
that's why I'm shocked. She went here. She must have thought, hey, AEW is pretty bad. Sorry, Dad.
That or freaking Dean probably said, hey, their women's division's better. Just go there. Just learn.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Dean said, go to the other company.
Yeah, go to WWE, and if you want to come over here, come over here. Which I'm in the camp where I think everyone should learn every style from every company, like regardless, like where you're from, like WWE style, the AEW style, which is just nonsense bullshit, but still though the Japan style of things, because being versatile in this business goes a long way, and I think that's look at AJ, because he was able to adapt to everybody's style, but still had psychology, and still was able to do what he was able to do. Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good move. So we'll see how her career progresses. Who knows? She might be in NXT here soon, or she might be on Evolve. Who knows?
I think NXT. I think she has a little bit of pull. She can just go at NXT.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. But this came as a shock to me yesterday when this was reported. Dennis Rodman, the Worm, the former multiple-time NBA champion, is now going to be a WWE Hall of Famer, and he's going in this year in the Hall of Fame. Don't have a problem with it. I don't know who's going to induct him, but I have you go ahead and
Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, Bischoff could probably do it, or probably like Nash, probably maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he was a big part of the NWO. I mean, he was. I mean, that iconic entrance with him and Hogan coming out the Voodoo Child with the cigar.
He blew off practice to be on Nitro when the Bulls were in the fucking playoffs.
He went all in on it, dude. Whatever you think of it, he went all in with the whole NWO thing. He did.
He had multiple matches with WCW, which was not all good. But I think his tag match with Hogan against Rodman or against Mailman Malone and DDP was good. I think that was a good match. But he also wrestled a one-on-one match with Macho Man. What was that? Hog Wild 99?
Yeah.
So there's that. And recently, he was on AEW TV a couple years ago when they were at the United Center. So yeah, I don't have a problem with this Hall of Fame inductee per se for the celebrity wing. It's still mind-boggling to me how Cyndi Lauper is not in the WWE Hall of Fame.
She needs to be in. she's a big part of that. I mean,
Oh, she's a huge part from the 80s with WWF. Like she
the
was a
Lou Albano
big
stuff.
interview. Yeah, everything like Hogan, like Wendy Richter and stuff like that. And she just got her own Vegas residency too.
Yeah.
So she definitely would have been in town to do it. Yeah, I don't know what WWE's waiting on for, but I do not have a problem with Dennis Rodman going in the Hall of Fame. The
No,
Hall of
me
Fame
neither.
speech should be interesting. I will
I
say
mean,
that.
like I said, his entrance with Hogan when they're both coming out of the Voodoo Child, he has the cigar. That's iconic.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
iconic.
Yep. Well, Stevie dresses up as as in a suit, or he wears a dress, or looking like Gold Dust from 1997. So we'll see what happens on that one. But on somber news, let's cover this.
Yeah, somber news. Yeah.
It's in the title. The legendary tag team wrestler Dennis Connery, who was with the Midnight Express with Jim Cornette and beautiful Bob Eaton, has passed away this morning. I guess you could say this morning, late night, early morning. If people have never seen Dennis Connery work or wrestle, do yourselves a favor. Go on YouTube, look up the Midnight Express stuff with him and Bobby Eaton. So good.
It's
so
really good. I'll admit, Midnight Express I got into really late, but seeing their work as a legendary tag team, like they were almost up there with like the Road Warriors. And
I think Midnight Express. I think they're top 5, either top 10, top 5 tag teams of all time.
Especially if you go just specifically 80s, they're top 5 for sure.
Oh, I think all time. Like I think
all time, they're up there.
Like their match against the Road Warriors, the Skyscraper, or what was it called? The Skyscraper match or the Skywalkers match, something like that.
Yeah.
That's where Jim Cornette blew out his knee when he fell off the scaffold. Yep. But like I said, Dennis Connery, man, he could go. Him and beautiful Bobby, shoot, dude.
And Cornette as their manager.
Yeah.
And I think there were guys who good at doing both heel and face, to be honest.
And they had Big Boss Man as Big Bubba. Big Bubba.
Young Big Boss Man, yep.
Yeah, dude, he was their muscle. So like I said, Connery was very good. Then he left Crockett. I think there was like some monetary issue with Crockett, so he left, and they brought in Stan Lane from the I think it was the Fantastics. I think that was the tag team name. When Stan Lane came in, and then Dennis Connery came back to Crockett with Paul Heyman, with his other tag team partner. His name escapes me. He came back, wrestled for Crockett for like a couple of weeks, and then no-showed, I believe, one of the Starcades, because it was supposed to be the original Midnight Express versus the new Midnight Express, managed by Paul Heyman. And again, I think it was money, and he didn't show up. I could be wrong with that, so don't quote me on that. But but yeah, Dennis Connery, man, he was really good in the ring. Like it was smooth. He was really good. Him and Bob,
like I was saying,
great.
They were like they could do both styles, face and heel. Granted, they were generally heels more often, but
yeah, they're better heels than they were baby faces.
A couple of times they were baby faces. I thought they did a decent enough job.
Yeah. Now we are going to share this out because this is the GoFundMe. Now I did post this in the pinned comment section in the YouTube chat. So if you guys like to donate, if you want, there's a link right there in the chat. It's the pinned comment. They're 80% of their goal reached. I think the goal is, I can't remember what the actual goal is, but anyways, it's at 80%. So hopefully they get their goal for the memorial and the funeral. If you like to donate, there's the link. Let me grab it real quick, put it in the chat real quick.
Yeah, man. It's pretty sad. RIP. Pretty hard day yesterday, just in general, just real quick. RIP.
Yeah, Chuck Norris. Yeah, Chuck Norris was also passed away. He had some ties to professional wrestling. So
yeah,
I think I'm trying to remember. I think Chuck Norris did something with the Undertaker and Yokozuna. I think.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Like it was like early 90s.
Yeah, then like WCW, he got in the ring with Jean-Claude Van Damme with Goldberg on Nitro. So yeah. But like I said, if you guys like to donate, there's the link right there to GoFundMe to Dennis Condrey and to his memorial service and funeral, etc. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, but rest in peace to all-time
rest in
great,
peace, man. Yeah,
great tag team specialist, and hate to see him go. But on that note, I think we're gonna go. Well, not go that way, but we're gonna go and do some things we got to do. Trey, what do you got to promote real quick before we got here?
For our other channel, Reviewing with the Boys, tomorrow we're going to be reviewing The Mummy, which we watched last night, which still holds up.
Yep, probably Brendan Fraser's best role.
That's definitely his best movie to me. Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll be talking about that, and then Mummy Returns next Sunday. I will. I've been doing lately like fixing certain franchises. So the next franchise I think I'm gonna try to fix is maybe Terminator. I want to find one that's challenging because I tried to fix Star Wars the other day. So
yeah, Trey, you want to post your channel in the private chat, and I'll post in there.
Yeah.
Regarding Pin Down, we may go live on Monday. Not sure, so stay tuned.
Not sure yet. Yeah.
Or just join the Discord, and we'll tell you there too. A lot of things happening, so we got some stuff in the bag. We're trying to get everyone's schedules lined up.
We still should be streaming for Mania, but stay tuned. We still
should
be doing that.
I think that's the most. I think that's about 95% sure we'll be streaming for WrestleMania. That's for sure.
All right. Link there.
Yeah. So we're going to drop Trey's link, and we're going to get out of here in a second. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in for another edition of Pin Down Saturday. We will see you guys next time.
Peace.